Good morning, sweet friends. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week and you're ready to jump in with some math. Today, we're going to be going over 3D shapes. This was a unit that we didn't quite finish before we left school, but we did get to this before we left. So what we're going to do today is we're going to quickly watch the video on BrainPop. It's going to refresh us on those 3D shapes and all the vocabulary we need to know. You're going to need to know three big words for our lesson today. You're going to need to know the word face. You're going to need to know the word edge, and you're going to need to know the word vertice. Those are the three vocab words we're going to be working on today, and they're going to help us better understand how we label our 3D shape and exactly why it's a 3D shape. So I'm going to have us jump right on into the video. You're going to be able to see my screen in a second. It'll be 3, 2, and a 1. There we go. And we're going to let Annie and Moby help us just remember what those 3D shapes are and make sure you're listening for that vocabulary because that's going to be super important today.
Wow, Moby, that looks, achoo! Sorry, Moby. I think you dropped this. What is a cube? A cube is a solid shape. It has 6 faces or flat sides. The faces on a cube are all squares. There are 12 edges where the faces meet, and there are 8 vertices or corners. Plenty of things are shaped like cubes, like an ice cube, a number cube, or a box of tissues. What is a rectangular prism? Just like a cube, a rectangular prism has 12 edges and 8 corners or vertices. You're right, Moby. These solid shapes both have 6 faces. But most faces of a rectangular prism are shaped like rectangles, and all the faces on a cube are squares. Tons of things are shaped like rectangular prisms, like a juice box, radio, and even a thin piece of paper. Some buildings are shaped like rectangular prisms too. What is a pyramid? This pyramid has 8 edges and 5 vertices or corners. There are 5 faces and 4 of them are shaped like triangles. The base is the face on the bottom. The base of this pyramid is square. But I've definitely seen pyramids with bases that are different shapes. I guess the sides of any pyramid are triangles, and they all meet at one vertex. When I think of pyramids, I think of the Great Pyramids of Egypt. What is a cylinder? It has no vertices and a curved surface. 2 faces on a cylinder are circles. A cylinder can roll. A can of tuna, a penny, and a spool of thread are all cylinders. You know what's really cool? The curved part of a cylinder is actually a rolled-up rectangle. What is a cone? A cone is a solid figure with one face, which is at its base. It's shaped like a circle. It has one point and a curved surface. A funnel, a traffic cone, and an ice cream cone are all cones. There's one more solid shape here. What is a sphere? A sphere has no faces, no edges, and no vertices. It's curved and round, so a sphere can roll. A ball, marble, globe, and an orange are all spheres. Sorry about the mess, Moby. Hey!
All right, sweet friends, I hope you enjoyed that video just as much as I did. So what we're going to do right now, let me take you back to me. There we are. And we're going to practice labeling our 3D shapes. That's what you're going to be doing a lot of this week. You're going to be labeling the faces of a 3D shape, the edges of a 3D shape, and the vertices of a 3D shape. Now, the first shape we're going to practice today is going to be our cube. And on a cube, it has faces, edges, and vertices. So when you're counting your faces, the face is basically the shape part of the cube, or kind of like that flat shape. That's where you get the name usually for that shape, is based on the flat, what the flat shape you're seeing. So we're going to count our faces, and I like to count the faces by taking my pen or pencil and just by kind of outlining them. It's the best way to do it. So we're going to count our faces. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Don't forget that one on the top. Sometimes people forget that. But our cube has 6 faces on it. There are 6 squares put together that make one cube. Now, when you're counting edges, remember, an edge is a place where 2 lines meet together, okay? To label an edge, I like to draw a little line through it just so I know I've labeled it. Let's go ahead and count our edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A cube has 12 edges, okay? Remember, an edge, that is any place that 2 lines meet together to kind of form a corner-ish. Now, a vertice, that is a place where 3 or 4 lines meet together to form a point. Your vertices are going to be the pointy corners on your shape. When I label my vertices, I like to draw little dots or little circles. It's just easier for them to stand out and helps me see them better. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 vertices on your cube. So when we are labeling our edges, faces, and vertices on our cube, remember there are 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Now, really big tip when you're labeling your shapes, go in an order that you can remember. The worst thing we can do is to label things out of order and just kind of randomly do it. If you go around the shape carefully and count it, it'll be a lot less hard to mess up, okay? What we're going to do right now is we're going to do another shape that might be a little tricky for us, and then I'll let you go. Really quick lesson today. So the next shape we're going to be doing is called a cone. And the reason I picked the cone is because sometimes people try to label edges on a cone when there really aren't any edges. You see, your cone, it has a circular base, and then it's got smooth sides. It's not edges, it has smooth sides that come up, and it has one vertex at the top. Well, let's count to see. Maybe Miss Phillips is wrong. So let's double check to see if this cone actually has edges or not. So first of all, I'm going to count my faces on my cone. And my cone has one face. It has a circle on the bottom. That's the flat shape. It just has one face. Now look at the sides. On a cone, the sides are rounded. It can kind of roll a little bit. Like an ice cream cone, the sides are smooth. So there's actually no edges. So we've got 0 edges. You have one vertex at the top where the 3 sides meet. They come up together at the very top to make that vertex, that pointy bit at the top. So your cone, it has one face, 0 edges, and one vertex. I recommend when you count up your faces, edges, and vertices that you always go in the same order when you count up. You start with your faces, your edges, and then your vertices. That's going to help you keep them in order, but also just make sure that you're able to go double check quick and easy. All right, sweet friends, you've enjoyed our lesson today. If you have any questions, you can always contact your teacher the way they've told you to contact them. We are here for you. We love you very much, and we are just so, so proud of you. You're gonna be doing this week, you're gonna be labeling your shapes. You're gonna be doing just studying them, refamiliarizing yourself with them. I know you're gonna do a really good job. All right, sweet friends, I love you. I miss you, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.